Anna Fairley lived in a salt-kissed cottage on the Dorset coast, where the waves flung themselves at the cliffs with the same consistency as her mother flung eligible bachelors at her daughter. The latest of these was Mr. Tobias Grimshaw, a merchant whose wealth was only matched by his astonishing lack of refinement. "He owns 2 ships, Anna," her mother had said over breakfast, clutching the marmalade jar like it contained all their hopes and dreams. "And 3 warehouses. 3! He could keep you in silk until your grandchildren's christenings." "I'd rather wear sackcloth than share a roof with a man who calls oysters slippery little temptresses in public," Anna muttered. Indeed, Mr. Grimshaw's courtship was a catalogue of horrors. He once handed her a bouquet of onions, because flowers die but these'll keep. Another time he leaned in during a walk and murmured, "I'd buy you a pearl necklace, Miss Fairley, but why waste the coin when you've already got such a lovely neck?" A line that caused Anna to shriek and stumble into a gorse bush. Whenever Grimshaw was in town, Anna made for the lighthouse. Perched on the cliff edge, the old white lighthouse had not shone for ships in years, but it still served as a beacon for sanity. Its keeper, Mr. Aldwych, was a sprightly man with wild white eyebrows, and the humor of a man who'd had too much solitude and made peace with it. She'd storm into the lighthouse, skirts muddy, face flushed with fury. He'd offer her tea in a chipped mug that read, "Her Ladyship." "Back again, lass?" he'd chuckle. "Let me guess. Mr. Grimshaw likened your eyes to soggy periwinkles this time?" "He said I reminded him of a fine barrel of pickled herring," Anna said, collapsing onto a stool. "Because I'm salty and irresistible." Aldwych slapped his knee. "If you marry that man, I shall personally throw you into the sea for poor judgment." "Oh, but who else is there?" she sighed dramatically. "Well, clearly you're meant to marry my son," Aldwych said, deadpan. Anna laughed. "You don't have a son." "Of course I do. Splendid lad. Off studying law, or medicine, or underwater piano tuning. I forget which. You'd suit each other. Both far too sharp for your own good." "Well then, I accept," she said, raising her mug. "To my future husband, the imaginary Mr. Aldwych." 2 weeks later, he was no longer imaginary. Anna had just reached the lighthouse with a lemon cake when she saw him. A tall, sun-browned man leaning against the fence, laughing with Aldwych. His eyes, like his father's, sparkled with mischief. His smile made her forget entirely about the cake, which slid slightly off the plate in her hands. "Oh," she said, startled. "Miss Fairley, meet my son Thomas," Aldwych said with a grin that suggested this had all been part of some long game. Thomas bowed. "So you're the girl my father has promised me to." Anna stared. What?" He turned to his father. "Did you at least arrange a dowry of some decent tea and a working cake tin?" "Careful, boy," Aldwych warned. "She's quicker with an insult than you are with a quip." "Then I'm already in love," Thomas said, offering his hand. They met often after that, walking the cliffs and beaches, trading stories, laughing until the wind carried their voices out to sea. Thomas was studying medicine, had clever hands and a kind heart. He was handsome in the way that snuck up on you. Anna was laughing at something he said about seaweed hair being the next fashion in Bath when Grimshaw emerged from behind a dune. "Miss Fairley," he bellowed, "I demand to know who this man is." "This is Mr. Aldwych," Anna said calmly, "the younger one." Thomas stepped forward. "And who are you?" "I am her future husband." "Oh dear," Thomas said, mock serious. "That is awkward. You see, you may have her purse in mind, but I already have her heart. Much harder to earn, much less likely to be misplaced in a tavern." Grimshaw sputtered like a fish in a net and stormed off, his boots sinking dramatically into the wet sand. They never saw him again, though rumors later claimed he married a woman in Portsmouth who liked onions. Anna's mother, though initially crestfallen that her daughter had chosen love over larders, changed her tune upon discovering Thomas's good education, promising career, and charming dimples. "Well, if you must marry for affection, at least do it properly," she sniffed. The wedding was small, held on the Lighthouse lawn, with seagulls for a choir and lemon cake for a feast. Mr. Aldwych gave a toast that included the phrase, "At least she didn't pick the merchant," which brought down the house. And Anna, who once hid from a suitor in a lighthouse, now lit up with joy every time she walked by it, hand in hand with the man who'd once been just a joke between friends.